Today I'm going to show you how to fix AutoCAD error 1730 on Windows. This is a common Windows installer error that usually shows up when you're trying to install or uninstall AutoCAD, and it often happens because of permissions issues, blocked temp folders, or leftover registry entries from a previous installation. The good news is that in most cases, you can fix it yourself without reinstalling Windows or spending hours guessing what went wrong. If this video helps you out, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more easy software fixes, tutorials, and troubleshooting guides. It really helps the channel, and it lets me know to make more videos like this. Alright, let's get straight into the fix. First, the easiest thing to try is running the AutoCAD installer as administrator. Go to the AutoCAD Setup.exe file, right-click it, and choose Run as Administrator. This gives the installer the elevated permissions it needs to write files, create folders, and update system settings. A lot of 1700 series Windows installer errors happen simply because the installer doesn't have enough access. If the error appears during installation or uninstall, this should always be your first step. If that does not solve it, the next thing to check is your temp folder. Press Windows +R on your keyboard, type %temp%, and press Enter. This opens the temporary files folder Windows uses during installs. Now delete everything you can from this folder. If some files are currently in use, just skip those. A cluttered or corrupted temp folder can stop AutoCAD from extracting files properly, and that can trigger error 1730 during the setup process. Clearing out those temporary files gives the installer a clean place to work. Now let's move on to registry permissions. This part is important because error 1730 can happen when Windows installer cannot access an Autodesk registry key. Press Windows +R again, type regedit, and press Enter to open the registry editor. Then navigate to HKEY_LOCAL_MACHINE, then Software, then Autodesk. Once you find the Autodesk folder, right-click it and choose Permissions. In the Permissions window, make sure both administrators and system have full control checked. If they don't, enable full control and apply the changes. This step fixes permission problems that block the installer from reading or modifying Autodesk settings. If you still see the error, there may be corrupted installation data left behind from an older AutoCAD version. In that case, use Microsoft's Program Install and Uninstall Troubleshooter, sometimes called the Microsoft Fix-It tool. This tool is very useful because it can remove broken installer entries and clean up registry traces that normal uninstallers can't access. Download the Troubleshooter from Microsoft, run it, and let it scan for installation problems. If it finds AutoCAD or Autodesk entries that are stuck or corrupted, allow it to remove them. This often clears the path for a fresh install. Another possible cause is your antivirus or security software. Some antivirus programs block installers from writing to system temp folders or protected locations. If the other fixes don't work, temporarily disable your antivirus protection while you run the AutoCAD installer. Just remember to turn it back on as soon as the installation is complete. You don't want to leave your system unprotected longer than necessary. You can also try adjusting User Account Control or UAC. Search for UAC in the Windows Start menu and open the Change User Account Control Settings window. Then move the slider all the way down to Never Notify. Restart your computer after making that change and try the installation again. Lowering UAC can help if Windows is blocking the installer from making changes it needs to complete setup. Just like with antivirus, make sure you turn UAC back on after you finish testing. If you're still stuck, it's worth checking whether any old Autodesk files or folders are hanging around on the system. Leftover installation files can confuse the new AutoCAD setup and make it think something is already installed or partially installed. In that case, manually removing the broken remnants and running the installer again can help. Be careful here though, and only remove Autodesk-related leftovers if you know they belong to the failed installation. So to recap, the main fixes for AutoCAD error 1730 are: run the installer as administrator, clear the temp folder, check Autodesk registry permissions, use the Microsoft troubleshooting tool, and temporarily disable UAC or antivirus if needed. In most cases, one of these steps will solve the problem and get AutoCAD installed or uninstalled properly. If this tutorial helped you fix AutoCAD error 1730, please hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment letting me know which step worked for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next troubleshooting video.